Rodborough and report back to the Residents Association, and then that was sort of how I developed to going on to the District Council.
Thank you, Bob. And you've obviously been a great organiser and stalwart, and the allotment as well. Perhaps you'd like to talk about your first involvement in the allotment and you know.
Well, I had two young children. But we had a back garden which we had vegetables in. Then as they began to get a little bit bigger, they wanted somewhere to play, and as is the want, you know, garden becomes lawn, becomes play area. And so must be best part of 25 years ago now, I took on an allotment, the Butterow allotment there, under the auspices really of Harold Beale, who used to live down on a great fellow was old Harold Beale, and Tom Spicer. They were the old stalwarts. The old site was actually much bigger, and the bit most people probably remember now is the footpath up to the playing fields. Well, prior to the Second World War, that used to be allotments as well, but they then, after the war, they fell off, and we've now got the site that we've got at the moment. Some 50 members at the moment, and several more waiting to come on. There's certainly a greater demand nowadays for allotments, not just because of the financial situation, but I think people genuinely think that if they grow their own, it's just healthier food, it doesn't travel as far, and not only that, it's good exercise and a chance of meeting people that you wouldn't normally meet, because it's a community on its own, really, if you like, within the area.
It must give you a lot of pride when you're up there on the plot and you see so many people now working away, because you know, you're partly responsible for that. It must give you a lot of pride, I would think. Well,
yes, it's nice, and the beauty is it's the comradeship. People, all right, some days you go up there, you don't get much done because you're nattering all the time, but heck, that's what life's all about. You know, in this day and age, there's so much about finance this and finance that, but when you go up there, when my children were small, I used to go up about 5:30 on a Sunday morning, because I worked on a Saturday, and to look down over Stroud, all you could hear was birds and that, and if anybody wants a beautiful occasion, that is the time to go up there. You really enjoy it, you really feel that you and the earth are together, basically.
That was beautifully said. Apart from the allotment, anywhere else that makes Rodborough a special place for you?
Well, I think it's just the fact that we live in we're so lucky to live in such a beautiful area, and anybody that takes a walk up over the common and just sits there and thinks and looks at the fort. I mean, the fort has had a quite a long history. In fact, it was in the 1950s, I think, when they had the Czechoslovakian uprising, that in fact some people they actually lived in the fort themselves for a period of time before they were designated to other areas. So Rodborough Fort has a great.
Was that the Czech one of 68 or the Hungarian one of 56? Do you think?
Hungarian of 56.
Right. So some Hungarian enemies were there.
Yeah, Hungarian. Yes, not Czechoslovakian. That's it. It's Hungarian. That's right. So they use that as a stopover point, and so and then of course from then on they had it as a caravan camp for the caravan club, which many people will remember, and the people used to come down on a Sunday, come down to Prince Albert and have 2 or 3 pints and then struggle back up over the common. But that was all part and parcel of it. So just to sit there and look out over the Severn, and you can see across to South Wales, it is we are so lucky to have that to look out on. And of course to have been able to retain the Rodborough fields between us and the town centre. Obviously, years ago they wanted to build on that. We fought a long and hard campaign, went to public inquiry, won the public inquiry, and Rodborough Fields gave that gap between the urban area and the more rural areas of the parish, basically. And not only it was people from this side of the valley, but the people from the other side of the valley, up Trinity, up by this hospital and that. It was beautiful for them to be able to look out onto the green fields, something which we felt was worth fighting for. And it was before all the, if you like, traditional green issues. It was a matter of this was a principle that needed to be fought for.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Anything else you'd like to say? I'm just not really sticking to the questions. Just leave it to you, really.
Well, I mean, one of the things that if I've been involved with as a district councillor is the fact that we have been able to obtain a playing field within the parish, something which was needed, because when Rodborough was developed, there were no playing facilities whatsoever, and when I was involved with the district council, we managed to obtain the land that we have now from Mr. Parry, the farmer, who sold the land to us. This has been a great advantage for the youth of Rodborough, to the football club, who I think they've got about 7 or 8 sides playing there. They could never have done it before, and basically it's an amenity that Rodborough needed, and not only Rodborough but the Rodborough School itself. So this has really been something. One of the biggest changes was about 1978, when local government was reformed. We fought a campaign here within Rodborough